This lesson is on quadratic inequalities. Whenever you're solving with a number line or you're solving algebraically here, remember that you're going to want to solve this almost like by factoring or getting it so that it's in standard form. This is not in standard form. Our constant is in the wrong place. So we're going to first start by adding 16 to both sides. So we get 0 is greater than or equal to x squared minus 10x plus 16. And then what you're going to do from there is we're going to actually go ahead and factor this. You can come off to the side and factor this. Negative 10 and 16, we've used the quadratic formula as well. Negative 2 times negative 8 is positive 16 added together gives you negative 10. So 0 is greater than or equal to, we have x minus 2 times x minus 8. And at this point we can break this off into two equations. So we could have 0 is greater than or equal to x minus 2. We have 0 is greater than or equal to x minus 8. And now we solve both of these. Add 2 to both sides, so 2 is greater than or equal to x. Add 8 to both sides, so 8 is greater than or equal to x. So then both of these have an equals, which means when we put a dot on a number line, they're going to be solid dots, they're going to be closed. And now the last thing we need to decide is shading. To do shading, you want to do your test points, and we're going to go back to this initial equation up here. 0 is greater than or equal to x minus 2 times x minus 8. And now you start testing some points out here. We could test out 0, which is to the left. So the first test point, 0 is greater than or equal to 0 minus 2 times 0 minus 8. And let's clean this up. 0 is greater than or equal to, that would give me negative 2 times negative 8. So is 0 greater than or equal to 16? No. So we would not shade here to the left. We're only going to shade what's true. Let's check another one. I'm running out of room, so I'm going to check the next one here. 0 is greater than or equal to x minus 2 times x minus 8. And so let's try like the number 3. 0 is greater than or equal to 3 minus 2 times 3 minus 8. So then this would clean up to be 0 is greater than or equal to 1 times negative 5. So that is telling me 0 is greater than or equal to negative 5 when I multiply those together. Is that true? Yes. So we'll be shading here in the middle. And then you want to test your one point out here to the side. Now when you test that one point here to the side, you'll get 0 is greater than or equal to, we have x minus 2 times x minus 8 again. This time let's pick like the number 9, which is to the right. 0 is greater than or equal to 9 minus 2 times 9 minus 8. So 0 is greater than or equal to, this would give me 7, and then that would give me 1. So is 0 greater than or equal to 7? No. So the only part that we shade is actually going to be here in the middle, and both of the dots have to be solid dots. Compare that to a question like this, and I'm not going to work this one out, but I want to at least show you. When you get your solutions, make sure that they're open dots because this has a greater than symbol. You close the dots or you fill them in when it's an equals, but when the equals is missing and you just have a greater than or less than, you use an open dot. And again, you're going to look for shading which section is true. And then we also learned how to graph parabolas. And I'm going to actually just do this one just to kind of keep it basic. But we're going to have x, y. You can do this by a table. Our vertex is going to be 0, 0. And when you use a graphing calculator, you'll get this table right here. And so we plot our points. Now, technically speaking, because this is just a greater than symbol, these are all going to be open dots because they lie on this line. So you plot negative 2, 4. You're going to plot negative 1, 1. You're going to plot 0, 0. You're going to plot 1, 1. And we're going to plot 2, 4. And then we're going to use a dashed line to connect these points. It's dashed again because there's no equals. If there was an equals here, we would make it a solid line. And the last thing we need to do is do a test point so we can decide, are we shading inside the parabola or are we shading outside? So let's take y is greater than x squared. And we'll take the test point. Let's just do 0, 1. 0, 1 is right there. So if we take the point 0, 1, we're going to plug it in. This is your x, this is your y. So we're going to put a 1 in place of the y. We're going to put a 0 in place of the x. So we have 1 is greater than 0 times 0, which is 0. Is 1 greater than 0? Yes, it is. So we're going to actually shade inside the parabola.